Good morning, folks. This is Blanche, the artist, doing the museum wall, the mural. And we're here today with Kay Wolf, and she's taking the pictures. And she's our video photographer today. And I'm working now on their method of living. In those days, they had to use whatever materials were available to them, and a lot of sticks and stones and palm fronds from the palm trees that they used for the thatching, and they wove them together and used them as siding on their living quarters. And I'm working up in here, so this is all going to be straw up in here. And then they have straw on the floor, which they sleep on. And I put some cactus over here, and cactus was, in those days, a pretty big staple, and still is today in Mexico and the southern part of the United States. And so I'm working over to the other side here, and before I put in her clothing, I want all of the colors around her so that I can get a very good color for her dress, which was pretty drab in those days. Wasn't a lot of color, so I need to get a lot of color around her before I start on that color. You may wonder why it's not done, but that's the reason. So I'm working things in the background before I get to the foreground. And there is a face, an Indian face in these mountains. As a matter of fact, we have found 3 distinct ones, and they say that the artist spirit he has an Indian spirit. There's one right here. You can see his face here. He has a little bonnet or some feathers coming off of this side. But here's his eyes right there, his nose and his mouth, and he's looking up toward the heaven. Looks almost like Geronimo.
And did you intentionally paint that?
Yeah.
Did you intentionally paint that?
They come out unintentionally, and most times I don't know it until somebody points it out to me, or I get down there and away from this, then I see them.
Mm-hmm.
So there's a couple others over on the other side over there. I don't know whether I can get over there and see it. Here's one right up here. Right there, you can see he's looking at the silhouette. He's right there in the mountains, so he's part of my
Could you point again to that?
Huh?
Could you point again to that? While I zoom in, yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
You see his
The nose, the mouth, the chin.
Then we have another one down there. I can get it, show you.
People are invited to come and sit and watch Andre painting here. The museum is open Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, 10 to 4. And it'll be open this last Sunday in July, but no Sundays in August. So you're welcome to come and watch Andre paint. Okay, now we're going to see the last.
There's another one that's very prominent that came out, and I only noticed it the other day. He's right there. You can see him. He's kind of like a chief. He's got kind of a bonnet on him. And when I get more shadows in here, it'll look even more like a bonnet.
Very good profile there.
He's a very good profile,
Yeah.
Indian chief. He's my spirit, my Indian spirit. He
Okay.
comes out in most of my paintings that I've done in Western paintings and mountains and scenery.
Okay.
Generally shows up. I knew he would show up, but I didn't know where and when.
Good.
So it's been a lot of fun to do them, and the mural is progressing very nicely. I'm really very happy.
Beautiful.
It's a big wall, and it's going to take me, I'm afraid, a little bit longer than I first anticipated. But when you're working a wall this size with a little brush like that, you can see how long it will take.
I wanted to show people your palette over here
Okay.
and your brushes. This is kind of interesting for us non-artists. There's the original drawing with the grid lines on it, and here are Andre's brushes and his palette with lots of browns and golds here. So this is our tour of the day. It is the 25th of July, I believe,
Is it 25 already?
or the 26th, one of those. It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
So anyway, it's going beautifully, Andre, and thank you for pointing out to us these mysterious
It's my pleasure.
faces.
Come back and see me often.
All
You're
right.
all welcome.